So if you're a person that is struggling with the amount of curve that you're putting on it because your swing path gets off and your club face to the shaft ends up with too much offset where the ball over curves, we can start playing around with ball position to take some of that out. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Golf TyKoon. I'm your host, TyKoon. We're going to talk about today is how to further fine-tune your curvature with some other things that set up once you build in a predictable shot pattern. We're going to talk about specifically ball position, face angle, and handle location to help you fine-tune what curvature you want to play. Specifically behind me, you're going to see 3 sticks and 6 golf balls. What this is this is a piece of what I refer to as the grid, okay? The grid outlines, it's like a road map for your golf swing. This is the arc your club travels on. The golf balls on the ground indicate a position behind the center of the arc that the golf ball is played from, okay? I have a couple in front because we're going to do some demonstrations today, so don't worry about that yet. The yellow stick is a projection of the center of the arc to the edge of the arc, also known as the radius. Now, from what a lot of people don't realize is the center of the arc that we swing on is actually the left shoulder. It's not the center of the body. So center of the shoulder is the center of the arc, okay? Your left arm and the club shaft create the radius that we swing on, okay? The yellow stick is gonna sit underneath my left shoulder. My left arm, depending on where I put the golf ball, is going to adjust that arc, okay? The more back on the arc we move the golf ball, the more in to out that's going to project my club path, okay? Now the opposite is true. If I put the ball on the forward side of it, by the time I get to the golf ball, the ball's in front of the low point, my path is going to be working more out to in or left for a right-handed golfer like myself, okay? When we adjust the ball position, we start fine-tuning path direction and the amount we get to. Also, by pushing the handle more forward and the ball further back, what do? We talked about last time, we increase offset, which makes the ball want to curve more left because the face is closed to the shaft, okay? So if I push the ball back on the arc and I don't want the ball to start straight and hook and I want the ball to start right, as we push the handle forward, we gradually have to open the club face. So when I set this ball back on the arc and I take my setup and I push my handle forward so that it's in line with my left arm at address, the face has to appear a few degrees open. That allows the ball to start right, then curve left. Now, if I played the golf ball in front of the low point, I'm going to keep the handle location in the same spot. Now the face points slightly to the left. This would help a golf ball start left of target, then fade. My optimal spot, as I've mentioned before, is a slightly forward of middle, okay? I play at about 3 golf balls behind the middle of the left shoulder. The face is going to appear like it's 2 to 3 degrees open to the target. Some days it feels like it's more, some days it feels like it's less. As long as I trace the arc and maintain the relationship of the face to the shaft, I can control my draw. Now, if I get into a situation on course where I need the ball to draw a little more, or I need the ball to fade, I can now adjust for it. My stock draw, we're going to play it at about 3 golf balls behind. We're going to hit this shot. We're going to set up, face slightly to the right, left arm, club shaft in a straight line. Slightly to the right start. Tiny push draw. Let's say I need this to draw a little more. So let's play the ball. We'll even play it behind that 4th golf ball. We're going to play this about 5 balls behind. We're going to set up. Left shoulder, in line with the yellow stick. Handle's going to be more forward. That's going to let the face open more so it can start further right. Same feel. Ball started further to the right, drawing back to the left. I can now create a ball that draws or curves less or more. Now, if I move the ball to the forward side of the arc, we take the same setup, handle in the same spot, face close to the target, ball forward. Ball starts left of the target and fades. So if you're a person that is struggling with the amount of curve that you're putting on it because your swing path gets off and your club face to the shaft ends up with too much offset where the ball over curves, we can start playing around with ball position to take some of that out. In addition to the ball position, we can also affect where we put the handle. It's very hard for most people when we get the golf ball forward in the stance, ahead of the lead shoulder. It makes it very hard to hit the ball than the ground. But if I played this ball in my normal position, about the third golf ball behind my lead shoulder, if I moved the handle, I can directly affect the offset and the face angle without sacrificing my low point where I'm going to strike the ground. So if this is normal, and for me this creates a little bit too much draw, and I want to take some of it out, I can take the handle and move it back on the grid a number of golf balls. So instead of having it on the 0 line or slightly behind it one ball, if I move the handle in line with that third ball along with my golf ball, that golf ball started very straight and actually faded a little bit. And the reason being is when we move the handle back on the arc, the club head and the hands now are very straight where they start. If I push this forward, the club's going to travel more inside out. If I move the club head forward or even in front of the hands, the club path is going to move to the left. So as long as I maintain the face to shaft relationship, my swing path moved much, much straighter, and I took a lot of the draw off the golf ball. So when I practice and I'm working on trying to control my curve, I play around a lot with my setup on where the handle is, where's the club head and the face in relation to that. If I'm trying to intentionally play a fade, I want to aim straight. The face better be pointed left. There's a video out there of Tiger Woods actually practicing the same thing. When he wants to hit a fade, he closes the face. When he hits a draw, he wants to open the face. Have to start it right to draw it, have to start it left to fade it. If you move the ball position and the handle location, you can help preset that. Okay? So I need you to find out which ball location, which handle location, and which face angle combination you need to control your curve. Once you have that, you can play any shot in the book with any club in your bag. This is the same for the driver. This is the same with an iron. This is the same for a wedge. Find out what works well for you. Adjust off of it depending on your tendencies. You're going to play a lot better golf. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe below. Every Thursday, new video drops. Don't miss any content. I'll see you next time.